Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm just kind of hanging out here in the floor of my bedroom because my son is sleeping and I don't want to wake him up. So I shut my door and I'm just gonna quick film this before he wakes up. So anyway, if you're new here, my name is Lindsay. I have a 2-year-old son named Lennox. I make a lot of motherhood and lifestyle content on my channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button below. I love to have you along on my journey. Hit that notification bell. That way you're in the know of any new videos that may come your way, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. That way I know to make more videos like this in the future. So today I am going to do my son's 2-year-old update. Now I will tell you, I am filming this much later. His birthday was in September. I'm really sorry. I didn't get around to filming it sooner. It's just been hectic and life got ahead of me and with the holidays and stuff. But here it is, better late than never. So I think what I'm going to do is it's going to be a more of like a 2 to a 2.5-year-old update, not just like at 2 years old. And then the next one I'll do is like 2.5 to 3, and then I'll do a 3. Because I always like these videos, like looking back when my son was younger, for a guide, not to like compare. These videos aren't to compare your child to my child. They all develop at their own pace. Lennox has his strengths and weaknesses as well, but I always like them so that I could use whatever I saw on a video as something to work towards with him. So like drawing a circle with a crayon, I'd be like, oh, we can work on that. And then maybe it did take a few months, but at least like somebody had given me that idea, because, you know, not showing him at all is different than like showing him and having him struggle, if that makes sense. So also, if like your child just turned 2 and they're not doing these things, just know Lennox didn't do some of these things until recently. We're like now 3 months into it. So, you know, you'll see both. Because he is a little bit older than 2, you know, you'll see a good variety, or something that you'll be working on with your child now to work towards at 2 years and 3 months. So that's just what I'm getting at. But anyway, like going back to what I was saying about like looking at people's videos and stuff, I feel like once people's kids hit like 12 months or 18 months, you don't see these types of milestone videos anymore. So that's why I try and make them for you, because Lennox is like a little bit older and not like an infant anymore, but you still may be looking for like guides as to like what different children do at this age and what you can help your child do. So that's why I still make them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started and just go over like Lennox's different milestones. I'll cover language and speech development, fine motor, gross motor, tantrums, all the above, you name it. So we'll jump in and get started now. So he is definitely forming more and more sentences as time goes on. As I mentioned, like in my previous milestone videos, speech has always been his like asset. Whereas I feel like motor, he's not behind, but he's not as ahead as he is with his speech. But his sentences are really forming. He finishes words to books as we read them. He's singing more and more songs, like not from start to finish, but like if you help him along, like he will. So that's pretty amazing. It's amazing like how quickly they pick up on different words, try and use different vocabularies. Like I know a lot of people, when they do phonics, they'll say like A is for apple. Try and mix it up and say something like A is for apron, something that they don't hear every day. So that's one thing that I recommend that you could do with your child that just helps develop their speech. Also reading is a must. I try and do it every day, at least twice a day, in the morning and then right before bed at night. So that is a recommendation that I have if you're looking for one. Say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That's so nice. Go ahead, say it again.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Now that he has hit 2 years old, he is saying no a lot. There's like no to everything, trying to get him to do something. You know, if he falls apart and starts crying and it's the end of the world, like we're trying to get him to be a little bit more independent as far as like when we come home, taking your jacket off, taking your shoes off. We're like, you take your shoes off in the car so you can take your shoes off when you get home. Like he takes the Velcro off and kicks them across the car every time we're driving. So there's no reason why Mr. Lennox cannot try and do the same when we get in the house, but he magically like forgets how to take his shoes off when we get home. So anyway, we help him, we undo the Velcro, and then we show him how to pull the heel off of the shoe. And then what we do with the socks is we like just bring it like halfway and then let him rip the front of the sock off of his toes, and then we make him take them to the closet. Now, he cannot unzipper his jacket completely by himself. He probably actually could. He's done it before, but like, takes some time. So we help him with that, and then he has to put his jacket and his shoes on the floor of his closet, and then I hang up his jacket when we get to. But anyway, doing stuff like that, it's like all of a sudden he throws a tantrum. He says no. He acts like he doesn't know how to do it. We're like, yes, you do. You do it in the car all the time when we're trying to drive. So yeah, we're trying to make him a little bit more independent. And the no's are definitely flying at us left and right. The thing he's getting more and more into right now is building towers. We give him blocks, and like I'll start it off for him, and then he'll just take off. It's really amazing. Like, we'll do it with the mega blocks. I didn't get him the Duplo blocks, but we do have the mega blocks that he's really starting to become a fan of. And then also we have like the Melissa and Doug stacking boxes, and we're trying to teach him to do it like big to small, and he is getting it. I'll line him up on the ground, and we'll just like, tell him which one to stack next. That's in order, and he goes with it. So it's really amazing. It's something he couldn't do before, but now it's like something is clicking up here. Lennox is the king of throwing. I don't know if any of your kids like to throw. Please leave a comment below, because I feel like I'm the only one. Like, nobody ever says, oh yeah, my kid throws, unless if they're just like hiding it from me. But my child does. So it took a while to play with blocks, because they were just being thrown all over the place. And actually for Christmas, he received foam blocks. I feel really bad about not getting him wooden blocks, because I feel like they'd be more sturdy. And I will get them for him when the throwing gets better. But right now I'm going to stick to foam blocks, because I don't care if they get thrown everywhere, because it won't hit me in the head. It won't break glass. You know what I mean? So please let me know below, because most parents I talk to are like, no, my child's an angel. They don't throw. Okay. Another thing he is really, really getting the knack at is drawing. He will make a circle or like an oval for a balloon, because he loves balloons. So I think he would do anything to draw a balloon. And then he'll do the line for the string on the balloon. Now, if your child's not doing that, like I said, he really loves balloons. Like, it's like unbelievable. He's always loved them. So I think he just like, because he likes balloons so much, he does whatever he can to learn how to draw them. He did whatever he could to learn how to draw them. But yeah, if you're trying to teach your child circles and lines right now, like I've seen people take like a box with cans in it, how it has like the indentation from the circle, and just having them like trace that. So you could start with like their finger and then move on to like a pen. But Lennox likes to draw on his doodle board. He is obsessed with that. And like, that's really the only way I can get him to focus. Like, if I'm trying to teach him like the alphabet or whatever, like I'll write something on there while he's drawing his balloons, so that he picks up on little things here and there. And then also like a chalkboard, just like a small chalkboard with chalk, or if you have like one of those easels, I think just like exposing them to something other than crayons and paper really gets them to imaginate and draw, and painting, finger paint, just adding like a variety of ways to draw rather than just like pencil, paper. I think it really helps. So that's another tip that I have that I just found with him that has worked. So something within the last month that he started doing is he can walk independently up and down steps. Like I said at the beginning of the video, he wasn't always like really, really quick at gross motor or fine motor, but it has definitely come along. I've worked very hard with him. We have a playground at our complex that I take him to, because there's not like as many children as there would be at a public playground, but I've used that to help him walk up and down. Now, sometimes I will have to help him, but it's amazing. Like, I can actually take 2 steps back at the playground and let him walk up himself and walk back down, and he can. Also with a curb, like one day he just like stepped off of the curb. I'm like, holy moly, he didn't even hold my hands. So it's like just one day, we just kept practicing, and it just clicked. It's like he has complete control now, where before it's like he would step up on the curb, but then he'd almost fall face forward. You have to be there to catch him. Now it's just not an issue at all. So if your child is like lacking in any areas that you feel like, just keep working at it. Unless if there's seriously a problem, you know, to always contact their pediatrician. But I just feel like repetition and practice, you know, you will eventually meet that end goal, even if you feel like it's taking forever to get there. So exciting that he learned how to do around, so it was 2 years and 2.5 months that he learned how to do this. So I'd say like mid-November. We're now in December while I'm filming this. But he can jump. There was a song by Laurie Berkner, which I really like her music. We listen to like Coco Melon and Super Simple songs, but if you're looking for anything different, I'd recommend Laurie Berkner. But she sings this rocket ship song that she counts backwards, so it's a great way to get your child to learn to count backwards. She says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, and then every time she would say blast off, he started jumping like up in the air. I was like, oh my gosh, like I've also been trying to teach him that for so long too. And marching, he does marching. So fun things like that. If you add like a song to it, just make it exciting, they'll catch on. But yeah, he started jumping and it's really fun to watch, and it tires him out very easily. Something Lennox has really picked up on is running. Like he has always been running, but now it's like big time running. Like he can just take off, and just the balance is there. It's like he also always loved to play soccer, so he like runs a lot while he kicks the ball. And I believe from what I've been told, he is ahead as far as like kicking a ball and throwing a ball, catching a ball. But he's been doing it like kicking since he was 10 months old. And then as far as catching, we taught him with a balloon because it comes down much slower. So if you blow up a bigger balloon, because like if it's smaller, it will come down faster. So throw it up and then have them try and catch it. That is something that we taught him, and he can't do it with an actual ball yet, but he can with a balloon just because the pace of it is much slower. So if you're trying to teach your child how to catch, I'd recommend the balloon trick. Lennox does help with simple chores such as cleaning, laundry, cooking. Now, I'm not like, let's do chores. It's more like, you know, I have to get some things done, and he wants to join along. So he joins along, and then eventually like 5 minutes into it, he does get tired of it, and then he gets down and goes and does his own thing. But it is nice to have them help and like just like teach them, you know, different things they can do. Even like with the vacuum, he has his own vacuum that he goes and grabs. And then like cleaning, he'll try and dust with me. Cooking, as long as it's safe, he likes to mix things. So just incorporating them in like Montessori play on things that you do every day, I think is also great. It just really prepares them for, you know, life, basically. Oh, he's 2. The terrible 2s have definitely hit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to act like everything is great and fine and dandy. Like every single day, there's some type of tantrum. There's some type of crying. There's some type of throwing. They don't call it the terrible 2s for nothing. If you're going through it too, please let me know, because my gosh, sometimes, some days it's just really rough. I'm like, they don't call it the terrible 2s for nothing. I feel like yesterday he was just like in my arms. He was an infant, and now he's like all over the place. But I try and acknowledge the good times. There are some good days, there are bad days, there are days that there's a mixture of both. Lennox is, I believe he is the worst first thing in the morning, which is crazy because you think like he'd be the most rested. But I've been trying to like figure this out for the past few months. And what I think is he just has so much energy in the morning because he's so rested, and he just wants to go and play and do this and that. And he's hungry. He needs to eat breakfast. That he just falls apart. Like you will sit him down to eat breakfast, but his mind will want to do this and that and run around and kick ball. So then you let him do that, but then he gets hungry, and it's just like a domino effect. But then I will say, as the morning goes on and then after nap time, he is much better, but the mornings are the worst. And then also like I'm trying to get ready, or I'm trying to put away the dishes from the night before more dishes pile up in the sink, or try to throw in a load of laundry. Like there's just stuff that you have to do and that he needs to learn that has to be done. Now, granted, I try and get things done also when he is sleeping, like cooking at night or whatever. But sometimes, you know, you just have to do it. And it's difficult because, you know, I know he wants my undivided attention, and I try to give it to him first thing in the morning just because I know how it is. But then sometimes, like, you know, if you have an appointment to go to, like, you have to get up and get ready. It's life. So that's what we're dealing with now. He is a picky eater. He eats like the same 4 things. I mean, he gets all his food groups. We're able to like sneak stuff in his food. But yeah, his eating is still like it was since he was little. He loves yogurt. He loves macaroni and cheese, and he will eat that macaroni and cheese with broccoli. He'll eat it with peas, which is great. He loves rice. He loves ham. He loves turkey bacon. Okay, maybe more than 3 things, but he is very picky. He likes corn. He likes cream of broccoli soup, which is where we're able to sneak a lot of stuff in. So we'll put like mashed beans, we'll put tortilla shells, sometimes shrimp. Like, we get very clever with the cream of broccoli soup. The rice, we're able to cut up chicken and mix it in the rice. But if we had like the rice and chicken separate, I don't think he'd really touch the chicken. He likes fruits. I'd say he backed off a little bit on the fruits. I'm not sure why. He really, really loves nectarine, but there aren't any right now that summer's over. I guess it's just a seasonal fruit. But yeah, he asks for nectarine a lot and we just don't have it. He loves grapes. He doesn't love strawberries as much as he did. He loved strawberries for a long time. As far as snacks, he likes cheese. He likes goldfish. Trying to think what else. Sometimes we give him yogurt for a snack. I think I'm going to start doing smoothies again. I haven't done that in a while. And, you know, you can add in a lot of nutrients by doing smoothies. So maybe we'll go back to that. But that, as far as eating, is about all he eats. He still gets all of his food groups, but it's just, you know, we have to hide food in there. He used to love my chicken noodle soup. I made homemade chicken noodle soup and I haven't made it in a while. I think what happens is like he rejects it so many times and then I'm just like, okay, I give up. This is like such a waste. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try again and see if he eats it. That might be something to do because he'll eat like the chicken right out of there. As far as naps, I want to say his naps are becoming more and more inconsistent. There are a few times where he will skip his nap. There are a few times where it's 30 to 40 minutes long. I think he just woke up. And speaking of naps, and then there are days where he'll sleep an hour and a half to 2 hours. But I'm kind of feeling like we are reaching the end of naps because they're just so inconsistent. We do put him to bed at the same time every day, around 12:31 now with the time change, and we follow the same pattern. So he eats lunch and then we give him milk and then change his diaper and then he lays down. So it's not that we've stopped a routine. You know, he has a lot of routine since I stay home with him. But yeah, I just think he's getting a little bit older and naps might be fading. I will say I am going to stick with an hour of quiet time if his naps stop. The days that he doesn't take a nap, he does sit in his crib and not cry. He sings and he talks to himself. Sometimes we give him a book. So I will keep up with that. He has not climbed out of his crib yet. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. So as long as like he's happy just like hanging out there singing, I'm cool with that too. I'll give him a book. I'll give him like a quiet book that we have, one that you can like do like those little Velcro things and stuff. So I am not against quiet time. He needs it, I need it. They all need it, in my opinion, but it's completely your choice. I just don't feel like he's the type of child that if he would drop a nap, I'd be like, okay, Lennox, you sit here on the sofa and read a book for an hour. Like, that just won't fly by. So maybe once he's a little bit older and he has a big boy bed and starts to get out of it, then we'll readjust. Like, I'll have no issue if he just sits quietly in his room and plays with cars on the floor, but he needs some quiet time until he goes to school. That's just my opinion. So for right now, we're just playing it by ear. He still goes in his crib. He doesn't crawl out. So we're going to keep it like that. So that's all I have for you today. That's actually more than I anticipated because it has been so long. Like I said, this is a 2.5 year update. The next one I will do, so he's not quite 2.5 yet, but when he is, I'll do like a 2.5 to 3 year old update just to give you some more milestone updates at that time. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love to have you along. Give this video a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell. That way you're in the know of any new videos that come your way. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed having you guys. Please leave in the comments any updates you have on your children or any advice or tips that you have for me. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye, guys.